I literally just started. I haven't even said my name. I know. I literally just did your fucking makeup. Give me a second. Hey guys, it's me, I'm Yue, and welcome back to Vlogmas Day 11. If you've been keeping up with Vlogmas, you are a real one. But today, I am finally gonna be doing the video that's been like long overdue. I owe it to myself. I feel like in order for me to move on from something, like it's about that time that I talk about. Dude, what the So today is the day that I talk about my childhood trauma, and I am so sorry if in this whole video I've tried to film this video a few times already. This is gonna be my third time. I feel like we all have childhood trauma. We all have something that hurts us. I've been literally trying to film this video all day and I kind of push it off. I went to the gym 2 times today. That's how much I'm trying to push it off. But I feel like it's like a part of the healing process. Like I feel like you guys see me as this really confident person. I've most definitely grown. I shouldn't have even done my makeup. Back then, I was really weak-minded. I was very insecure. I didn't know how to embrace my flaws. But I'm gonna tell you guys something that really helped me, and something that I always have to tell myself when I get the double stares or like when I used to never leave my house without my prosthetic eye. And I would always tell myself, like, it's not a flaw unless you make it out to be one. It's not a flaw unless you make it out to be one. And I don't think you guys understand how many times I've said that to myself. It's probably on repeat on the back of my head. And I feel like it's really helped me. Every time I get someone to message me about a flaw that they have and like how they want to be like me and be able to embrace it, and I always tell them, like, it's not a flaw unless you make it out to be one. You, nobody else. We always get caught up with this image of what someone perfect is meant to look like on social media. The perfect body, the perfect face, no flaws whatsoever. And I say we because I do this myself. I catch myself comparing myself to other people. If you really think about it, no one's perfect. Everyone has flaws. Trust me, everyone has insecurities. The most beautiful person that you may know has something that they're insecure about. Everyone has insecurities. And it's okay. I don't cry because I'm blind. I feel like that's like the least of my worries. I cry because of the childhood that I had because of it. I was bullied so much. I was bullied over something that I couldn't help. Kids are so cruel. I would never ever want my baby to go through something like that. Just know that when my kid goes to school and someone's bullying him for whatever reason, I'm squaring up, alright? I don't care if it's a 6-year-old. I don't care if it's the 6-year-old's mom. I'm squaring up because I'm not putting up with that. I've been blind since I was 5, 6. Yeah, like 5 turning 6. I don't really know better. Like, I don't know what's it like to see out of 2 eyes. I was born with my 2 eyes, but I don't remember seeing out of 2 eyes. This is all I know, seeing with 1 eye. When I was little, I had an accident. My dad was watching me, my brother, my sister, and my mom was working. We went to O'Reilly's. I haven't been to that store in so long. If you're from Detroit, you know that O'Reilly's by like 50/50, that one clinic, I think they closed it already, but it was at O'Reilly's by the Secretary of State. And my dad was working on one of his cars at the time, so that's the reason why we were at O'Reilly's. And I had this purple headband. It had little butterflies on it. So, you know, me and my sister were being kids, and we were running back and forth down an aisle, and I remember my dad was paying when we were running. We were racing, and that headband that I had on my head, it was a purple metal headband. It wasn't really stretchy. It was really tight on my head, so I would take it off and I kind of would stretch it out, and then I would put it back on. Long story short, I was stretching my headband, and my sister was running, and when I was stretching it, my sister came, bumped into my elbow, so I stabbed my eye with my headband. But I didn't go blind in that moment. I remember that my eye was just like tearing up a lot, and I couldn't watch TV. Like, my eye was like hurting, and my dad just kind of took us home. You know, I don't really remember what he did, but we just went home, and I remember watching TV when my mom came home. Well, I was trying to watch TV, but my eye would hurt, so I would just like look down. And my mom asked me like, what happened? And then, you know, we told her. So then that's when my mom decided to take me to the hospital. This is where it just goes all bad. I went into surgery, and we basically have, how do I explain this? And I feel like I don't have much knowledge about what happened to me or what went wrong in surgery. Just like, you know how they dumb it down for you when you're little, that's basically all I know. I haven't reached out to a doctor asking like if there's anything I could do about my eye. They basically told me that, like, you know, I'm just gonna go blind, and supposedly my eye was gonna dry out, and like I wasn't even gonna have an eyeball. But basically, when I went into surgery, we have this little thin layer on our eye, right? And that sends basically the image of what you're seeing to the back of your brain. So that little thin layer balled up, so when the doctors tried to expand it, like so it can go back to normal, when they tried to expand it, they ripped it. So that's when I went blind. I know you guys are gonna say like, okay, why didn't you guys sue the hospital? This was back in the day, guys. Like, back when my mom and my dad didn't even know how to speak English. You know how they always make you like sign papers before you go into surgery? It's basically like so you don't sue the doctors, you know? So I just remember like my whole childhood being at Children's Hospital. The fact that I didn't have a childhood because I was always in the hospital. And that wasn't it. Like, the hospital was the piece of cake. The surgeries, those were some painful ass surgeries that I had. My last eye surgery was my freshman year of high school, and man, that shit was painful. The last one was for my muscles on my eye because my eye used to be really droopy. So that was one of my last surgeries. Shout out to my mom, because that woman never left my side. There's a song that she used to play for me. I remember that my mom used to like be in the room with me, and the only thing that I would even eat was like las gelatinas and apple juices. Like, they would always give us like a limit, and my mom would sneak to the kitchen. Man, I love her so much. I have so much love for this woman. This lady is literally my hero. I kid you not. I feel like if I were to have my kid in the hospital like that, man, That shit would like drain me. I could just imagine what she was going through, especially like seeing me like so tiny, guys. Like I was so skinny. Dude, I'm like shaking right now. I was literally like a walking stick. Like I was just bones. I remember my mom would buy me like the smallest size and clothes, and like everything would like fall off my shoulders, and I was just so tiny. The reason why I would see my eye as a flaw back then was because I was bullied so much over it. That shit's ridiculous. Like I wish I could go back in time and like beat everyone's ass. I can't even believe that I went through that. I just wish that I had a normal childhood. Like I would see other kids like have friends. Kids were so freaking mean to me in school. The kids wouldn't even come near me. Kids would just kind of like spread rumors around. Say that I was a zombie. The kids would tell the kids in the playground like, don't go near her, she has a disease. Saying that I had a lazy eye. And you know, I was just a kid. And I feel like as a kid, like you let others influence you a lot, you know, like you let things get to your head. Me now, you tell me I'm a zombie and I'm just like, I'm a cute ass zombie bitch, you know, like. But back then I was a kid, like I didn't know any better. I believed them, you know, like I didn't feel like I was pretty because I would see all these other pretty girls and they didn't, and they didn't look like me, you know. When I was a kid, I just wished that I was normal. Like I would always say that to myself. I wish that I grew up like with a different mentality, because I feel like my childhood would have been so different if I wasn't so weak-minded, you know. I grew up, I went to a different school. I moved to the suburbs, and at the time, like I already had my prosthetic eye, so I literally woke up. That was the first thing that I would reach for. It was my prosthetic eye, and I actually have it right here. Let me show you guys. I have it in here. So my whole life I had 2 prosthetic eyes, which this one is my first one and this one was my second one. So this one, oh shit, my eye. Now I can even make jokes about me being blind, guys. It's no biggie. This was my first prosthetic eye, which the red goes down and the clear part up here, which you guys, I don't think you guys can see, but the clear part was for the top part. You lift your top lid, you slide this piece in, you pull your bottom eye, and you put the other piece in. Should I put it on for you guys? No, I haven't put this on in almost 2 years, so shout out to me. I'm so proud of that, because I would have never thought that I would be leaving my house without this. This would be the first thing that I would reach out in the morning, guys. I would never ever leave my house without this, and I still have them there, you know. I'm using them for show and tell. I remember that I would even think like, you know, if I tell a guy that I'm blind out of one eye and I have a prosthetic eye, they will stop talking to me. No lie, that is how 2014 me would think. I wish that I would have embraced this sooner. I wish that I would have found myself sooner. But it obviously takes time for you to, you know, figure out who you are. It takes time for you to grow up, because we do not have the same mentality from when we were little, you know. It took a lot. It took a lot for me. And I feel like it came along with my weight loss journey when I started like feeling more confident and, you know, just being me. I remember one time, this is exactly how it happened. I was smoking a joint with my sister, and I told her, I was like, why do I give a fuck about what people think? And then she looks at me, she's like, I've been trying to tell you this. And I feel like it's way easier said than done, trust me. Like, I know, I get you. I went through that. I used to wear bangs. My whole middle school life, I would wear bangs to cover this side of my eye. And I remember I was like, damn, like, what am I gonna do the day that bangs are not in style anymore? And like, I'm gonna have to show my eye. I swear that used to go through my head, and I used to do everything to cover my eye. Like when I would wear my glasses, you could barely tell that I had like prosthetic eye. It was a little less noticeable. So I would wear my glasses, I would wear my prosthetic eye, I would just try to cover it. I feel like I used to pull it off pretty damn good. Aside from the fact that sometimes in middle school, I still did get like teased about it. You know, it was always lazy eye. Always. Like after high school, I mean after middle school, it was always like, you with your lazy eye, like, oh, look at her lazy eye, you know? And like at that point I was just like they didn't even know that I was blind. I remember one time a friend even lied about my eye to someone, because I used to never tell people. I used to hide it so much. My friends didn't even know until I had a close friend, and I remember one time this kid seen me without it, and he was like, what the fuck, like, and my friend told him like, oh, it's because she has a contact on for Halloween. It was like around Halloween. I really have to go to that extreme that I had to like lie about it. Like, what the fuck? I used to be really, really insecure about it. You guys see this whole like persona that I'm so confident. Trust me, it's easier said than done. This confidence didn't just come overnight. I worked on it. Working on myself physically is when I started to love myself. When I started going to the gym and I started my weight loss journey, I slowly stopped wearing my prosthetic eye to the gym. Little baby steps, like tiny. I remember I used to go to the gym like at 1 o'clock in the morning. That was when I had motivation at its finest, and I used to go that late, and I would go without my prosthetic eye, and I would tell my sister like, I went to the gym without my prosthetic eye. But in reality it was because like there was literally no one at the gym, and if someone was passing by I would be like, I'd kind of look down. Now when people see me and they kind of like, you know, I'm always like, depends on the kind of look they give me. Like sometimes when it's kind of rude, because I feel the vibes. I know when people are just like, or I know when people are like, oh, you know, like curious and like, oh, her eye looks badass. Like I always get compliments about my eye as well, but before I used to never get compliments. I feel like if just at least one person would have complimented me, it would have been so different. And I feel like that's why I'm the way I am. Like the other day my friend told me, she's like, you're so nice to everyone, because it literally costs $0.00 to be nice to people. Just be nice. You never know what people are going through. If you can go out of your way and compliment someone, go out of your way and compliment them, because you don't know whose day you're gonna make. And just be nice to people. Like you really don't know what people are going through, and some people are not as strong-minded as some other people. I do get comments on Instagram like saying, oh, she's faking it, like notice how it's on one eye and then sometimes it's on the other eye, and I'm just like, I don't know if people know this, but if you don't know, I'm gonna acknowledge you right now. When people take a picture with their front camera and their back camera, they flip. Did you know that? If you don't know, now you know. I feel like people from TikTok need to hear this, because they swear they figure it out. They be commenting saying like, she's faking it. I just like the comment. Who has time to fake being blind, bro? If you guys have any questions regarding my eye, feel free to ask. It never bothers me when people ask about my eye. The only thing is that, like, you know, I live my life day to day. Like, this is my new normal. I don't just wake up and like go on Snapchat like, hey, you know that this happened to my left eye? You know, like I sometimes forget that I'm blind out of my left eye. Whenever I go out in public and people are staring at me, I'm like, they probably like my fit. But then I'm like, oh no, they're just staring at my eye. Like, I forget sometimes, you know? And it's like, I'm so nonchalant about it now that I feel so good. I feel like making this video was what I needed. I feel like this was the last step that I had to get done. It's so hard to talk about it just because it's my childhood trauma. Everyone has that one sensitive topic, you know, and this one is mine. I feel like everything happens for a reason. I feel very blessed. God gave me so many chances because I've been in a coma before. I've been through it, guys. I've been through it, and this is definitely God saying, like, this is what I want you to do. And if inspiring you guys is something that I could do, and if I can help you guys feel better about your guys' selves, I would love to do that. If I can help in any way, any words of encouragement, anything like that, I'm here for you guys. When people message me on Instagram and open up to me, that melts my heart. And I do reply, and I don't always like post about it. I never talk about it. But I do have a lot of people that reach out to me and telling me about the same problem. Like I said, I always tell myself it's not a flaw unless you make it out to be one. It's not a flaw unless you make it out to be one. Keep saying that to yourself. Do what you want with that quote. Always remember that. It's not a flaw unless you make it out to be one. And that is the big reason why I put that quote in the back of my shirt. And this is what I was really excited to show you guys. Hold on, let me go get it. So this is what the back of the shirt says. I am obsessed with this shirt, guys. Just because this one has the quote on the back, it means so much more to me. This quote is so meaningful to me, guys. Like, so meaningful. Like I said, do what you want with that quote. I feel like everyone interprets quotes differently, but do what you want with it, okay? I love an oversized tee, especially if it's long sleeve. So that's why this piece was created. I'm going to be having sizes from small to a 2X. So I'm going to have a little bit of everything. I know that on my last launch, I didn't have many plus sizes just because I did that one on my own. And it was my first time that I ever did merch, which was limited edition. And if you do have my limited edition merch, girl, you're a real one, because that one is my very first shirt ever. My old shirt inspired this one. The only difference is that I put the quote in the back, and I made this one a nude shirt, and I put the print in red. I love the nude and red vibes. I just live for it. This piece that I'm going to be showing you guys next is one of my personal faves. One of you guys actually drew me, and I asked for permission to use it for my merch. That's how much I loved it, and that's where this piece was born from. I've had a few people draw me, and by far this one just caught my eye. I'm gonna be putting her Instagram right here for you guys so you guys can see how she drew me. She is so talented. A huge shout out to her. I am sending her one of these pieces myself just because she inspired this piece. It is a Mireya MUA doll. Look at her. Abajo you have my signature. I freaking love it. So this one is a size 2X, and this is how it looks on me. The reason why I have the 2X is because I use it as a dress. I love oversized pieces, like I told you guys. So this is how I use it. You can dress it down, you can dress it up with some heels. Yesterday I wore the size large, and I just put a jean jacket on top, and it was like a cute fit. And then the third piece that I am launching is this Mireya MUA beanie, and I love the beanie. I'm gonna get you guys ready for the winter. This is my signature, guys, and I feel like that little heart just like made everything look 10 times cuter. It does have a little pom-pom on the top. So all this merch launches today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that is 12 on California time. That is 2 Texas time. Just Google what is 3 p.m. Eastern time for whatever state you're living in, and then it will tell you what time it launches. But I wish that I knew all the time zones, but I don't. I'm a little slow, whatever. If you guys have any questions regarding sizing for any of these pieces, go ahead and ask down below. Feel free to ask anything. No question is a stupid question. And by the way, guys, all the pieces are in men's sizes because I was going more for like the oversized look. Just keep that in mind when you place your orders. If you order before Tuesday, you will be receiving your merch before Christmas. But if you order after Tuesday, it will be obviously after Christmas. So if you want to gift this to anyone, you guys should definitely place that order today or before Tuesday, just so you guys can get it just in time for Christmas. I am super excited to see you guys rock all these pieces. Let me know down below which one is your favorite piece. I was working on this project for about 5 months. I'm so glad that I'm finally able to share this with you guys. I am super satisfied with all the pieces. A huge shout out to my manager Scarlett for helping me out, making this shit possible, because this woman makes everything possible, alright? She's that bitch. That's the type of person that I needed on my team to make things possible. I kid you not. So that is it for Vlogmas Day 11, guys. I hope that I didn't make you guys cry too much, and even though I'm pretty sure I did, man, I'm so glad that I was able to get this out of my chest. This makes me so happy. I feel like this was on my bucket list just because this was the final step. I'm so proud of myself. I love you guys. I really love you guys. I appreciate you guys for making me come out of my comfort zone, because I know that this video was long overdue. I feel great. Alright guys, so this is it. I love you guys all so much, and I don't know, but like, do you feel like we got closer? Because I feel like we got closer. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, guys, and I'll be seeing you guys on Vlogmas Day 12. Hey guys, so I'm currently editing, and I just noticed that I didn't put any of the prices. The beanies retail for $24.99. The nude long sleeves are $39.99, and the crew neck is $54.99. So those are all the prices of the merch. I'm gonna be linking the website down below. By the time you guys see this video, the website will be public finally. That's why I didn't share with you guys, not because I didn't want to. So if you guys are interested, the link is down below. I appreciate everyone's support. I know that there's a lot of you guys that are super excited to get the merch. You are just as excited as I am. I can't wait to see pictures of you guys wearing the merch. If you guys are interested to support me, the link will be down below. I love you guys all so much, and now for real this time, good night.